The thing is, a lot of people have some questions about LLC, especially new LLC business credit card applications. And in today's conversation, what I want to do is I want to explain things further. I want to talk about new LLC business credit card application mistakes you got to stop making if you want to be approved. Okay, so stick around till the end of today's conversation. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sorty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you if you are a new LLC business owner and you are trying to find out how to actually properly apply for a business credit card. You want to actually listen because I'm going to share with you the business credit card application mistakes you gotta stop making to be approved. The first one is legitimacy. So not having a legit LLC is not, it's actually a mistake you gotta stop making. So what I'm talking about here is that, you have a new LLC. Okay, so you walk around the neighborhood and telling everybody, I have a new LLC, I'm a CEO, I'm a managing director. But my question to you is, have you properly set up your LLC? Because that's the question. There's a whole formula. There's a whole step-by-step that actually follows when we talk about setting up an LLC. Do you have articles of organization? And don't you try to razzle-dazzle me here and trying to confuse me, trying to use big words or confusing words. I'm asking you specific questions. Have you properly set up your LLC? Do you have articles of organization? Do you have a registered agent service? Do you have operating bylaws? Those are quintessentials. So, those are quintessential elements. So you walk around the neighborhood, tell everybody that you have an LLC, but you haven't actually worked on the foundation of your LLC. That's bad, boy. That's bad, boss. That's bad, daughter. That's bad, son. That's bad. That's bad. So I want you to really, really, really take care of that part. Very important. So who qualifies for business credit cards anyway? Because people think you got to be a company to qualify for a business credit card. You don't have to be. Okay, if you're a sole proprietor, if you're a freelancer, if you're a small business owner, if you're a large business owner, if you're an LLC, if you're a corporation, you can qualify for a business credit card. But in today's conversation, we are strictly talking about new LLC business credit card. Okay, so you have a new LLC and you want to apply for a business credit card. How do you make sure that you avoid certain mistakes that are actually crippling your application? They are derailing your application. Okay, and you got to be really, you have to keep in mind that your business needs to have an EIN. Okay, your business must have an EIN, an employer identification number, because the credit card issuer will ask you your EIN on the business credit card application. They will ask you. Okay, so this is really important. Pay attention to that. The second thing is understanding or misunderstanding. Not really understanding business credit and business credit cards could be problematic to your business credit card application. Okay, you got to understand, and this is more theoretical than practical here, but you need to understand that business credit is different than personal credit. Okay, everybody has a personal credit score. You have it, I have one. Okay, I mean, it's called FICO score or Vantage score. Okay, it goes from 300 to 850. Okay, that's clear. But when we talk about business credit, we are speaking about a different beast. We are speaking about, depending on the credit bureau, you're speaking about a PAYDEX score. We're speaking about Experian business credit score, or we're speaking about Equifax business credit score. And in some cases, you have other databases. You have SPFE, you have LexisNexis, but those do not actually issue a credit score. They just are databases. What I'm trying to say here is that you gotta have a way to actually, if you have a new LLC you got to think strategically about establishing business credit, because this is going to help you in the long run. Now, if you are a new LLC, you probably don't have no business. You have no business credit, so the credit card application will actually depend upon your personal credit score and your personal credit worthiness in general. Okay, but it is important to understand the correlation between your personal credit and your business credit, especially at the beginning. Okay, now that correlation will be tighter and tighter if you are a single member LLC, because if you're a single member LLC, your business credit, your business life, or your financial life at the business level is correlated to your personal life. Okay, because something happens to you, it is the business. Okay, but one thing I want you to understand is that business credit cards do not have the same liability protections as personal credit cards. Something that's very important to understand. And business cards have rewards too. Okay, but some are tailored to business expenses. Okay, it's very important. So depending on the business credit card you're applying for, make sure that you check their rewards, whether cashback, travel rewards. Okay, and make sure that those rewards actually match your spend patterns, or the spend pattern you're gonna have in the future. Very important. Okay, so have a clear understanding about business credit versus personal credit. The third mistake that you got to stop making today is this has to do with the requirements. So not filling out all the required information. This is very important. Some new LLC business owners, they fill out an application form for a business credit card, and they actually don't fill out all the required documentation, all the required fields. Don't do that. You want to be very thorough, very, very granular, very detailed when you fill out a business credit card application form for your new LLC. I'm talking about your business's legal name, your contact information for your business, the industry type. Okay, some credit card issuers want to make sure that they are actually not too exposed to a certain type of industry. Your business entity or legal structure, in this case, you are an LLC, a limited liability company. Okay, the time in business and the number of employees you have. So this, for example, means that, if you are just brand new, you probably have 1 month or 3 months and whatnot. Okay, but long story short, you want to put whatever applies to your situation. You want to put it on the application form, and they might ask you also to put the number of employees. Okay, so if you are by yourself, if you're a single member LLC, just put 1. Okay, because you are the boss and you're also the employee. That's what it is. Okay, and on a business credit card application, they'll also ask you for your federal tax ID number. Now, this is your EIN. Okay, it is the same thing. So federal tax ID number is the same thing as the EIN, your employer identification number. Now, this is a number that you need for a lot of things, not just for a business credit card application, but also to open a business checking accounts and other stuff. Okay, one thing I want to say here is that you need to actually be very careful about filling out the business credit card application online, because of the fact that you might make a mistake and this could actually result in you being denied. That's why we advise on this show for all viewers, whether you're applying for a personal credit card or applying for a business credit card, to actually go to a branch to speak to someone and actually ask for help. You can ask all questions, and a rep at the financial institution might actually help you. That's what it is. It's not about, I don't want to sound stupid. No. It has nothing to do with that. You just need help because this is new to you. You are a new business owner and you want to get all the help that you need. So go to a branch if possible, or apply over the phone. Have someone guide you through through the credit card application process. Very important. The fourth thing I want you to stop making is actually making mistakes about your financials. The whole thing is, if you are a new LLC, you have no actual numbers, okay? Or maybe you probably have been in existence for 3 months or 6 months, then you have some actual numbers. But overall, generally, you have something called projected data, okay? The cool thing here is that with projected data, you are basically forecasting revenue, you're forecasting your monthly spend, you're forecasting total annual income, Okay, but the thing is, you got to make sure your assumptions are realistic. Don't you try to, use very unrealistic numbers, trying to razzle dazzle the credit card issuer and just put numbers that don't match reality. Okay, no, I mean, if you are in an industry that grows, let's say on average 3 or 4% every year, don't you put it in your financials that, hey, listen, I think I'm going to grow 10% or 20% every year. Who are you? Are you some kind of genius or whatever? Okay. I mean, you might be a genius, but not a genius where you can actually change as a new business owner. You can change the whole trajectory of the whole sector. Okay. So my point here is that you want to be realistic. That's what it is. Okay. So when we talk about financials, we are speaking about making sure that you have projected financial statements. You want to have a whole set of projected financial statements. I'm speaking about a balance sheet. I'm speaking about a business balance sheet, of course. I'm speaking about an income statement. I'm speaking about a statement of cash flows, and I'm speaking about a statement of owner's equity. So those are the four quintessential financial statements. But on top of that, you can actually add disclosures to the financial statements. In other words, you are giving context. You are explaining, how you come up with the numbers so that any viewer can really understand the logic behind your numbers. Okay, this is very important. And one thing I want to say, this is what I was talking to you about earlier, that it's just a lot better to apply at a branch or over the phone, because at least you can ask any questions. And if you are, let's say let's say you have an income statement you have a projected income statement for 1 year, but the credit card issuer wants to have 3 years of projections. Then if you ask the questions beforehand, then you are in a better position to know what they want exactly, right? The requirements for eligibility. So that's why I was just telling you, you want to contact someone and you want to have a conversation before actually, preparing the package for the application. Let's talk now about your personal FICO. As I was telling you earlier, if you're a new LLC and you have not actually established business credit, there's got to be, and this is logic, this is pure logic, there's got to be logically a strong correlation between your personal FICO score and your business credit score. Okay, but the thing here is that because you don't have a business credit right now, the lender or the credit card issuer, for that matter, is going to base their decision on your personal FICO score. So on the credit card application, they'll ask you for your legal name, your contact information, and your social security number. Okay, and they'll also ask you to talk a little bit about your personal credit history, so your payment history, your CUR, your current credit utilization ratio. Okay, because the whole thing is that the credit card issuer is going to evaluate your personal credit history to make sure that you are indeed in a position where you can repay not only what you charge on the card, but also you can repay, you can actually manage your new business responsibly. Okay, because if you have managed your finances, your personal finances greatly in the past, chances are you're going to do the same thing when it comes to your business's finances. Okay, there's a strong correlation here. And in some cases, remember that on a business credit card, some business credit cards actually want you to have a personal guarantee. In other words, you have an indirect personal guarantee in the sense that you are personally liable for whatever charge is outstanding, whatever balance is outstanding on the business credit card. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make here is that you want to beef up your FICO score. You want to actually improve your FICO score continually. You want to make sure you're in a position where you are checking your FICO score frequently, so you have a clear idea of what's going on. You're not surprised. That it's kind of funny. People talk about, well, I was surprised to learn that I have a FICO score of 654. Hello? How can you be surprised of your own FICO score? That's just crazy. So you really want to check your FICO score as often as possible to make sure that you have all the info. If there's something missing, if there's something adversarial, there's something derogatory on your FICO score, on your FICO report, you can just you can nip it in the bud. All right, you want to nip it in the bud. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
I know when he comes
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm still talking to you about new LLC business credit card application mistakes you got to stop making if you want to be approved, okay? Now, let's talk about business plan. And the thing here is that a lot of folks, a lot of new LLC business owners do not add a business plan to their credit card applications. That's why I'm just telling you, do not apply online. Because if you apply online, they will ask you anyway. They will ask you anyway to provide a business plan. This is why you want to apply over the phone or better at a branch. So when we talk about business credit, when we talk about business plan, I'm not asking you to actually, again, go in and giving me unrealistic numbers. Okay, nor am I asking you to go online and download a cheap ass template, business plan template that you just customize. You put in numbers here and there and whatever, and you're happy. You're happy with the business plan. What's up with that? You need to stop that. If you are one of those cheap ass business owners who don't want to spend $200 on a business plan, I want you to stop that right now and start hiring someone to actually write you a business plan. That's, of course, if you have no knack for writing business literature. In other words, if you have no talent for writing business literature, outsource the whole thing. Outsource it. You have a lot of websites out there. You have a lot of websites such as Fiverr, Upwork, TopTal, Freelancer.com. You have folks who will do it for you. You can hire somebody locally also to actually write it for you. But you need to stop this downloading of cheap ass templates on the internet. And people read your business plan. They're like, wow, what is this guy talking about? What is this lady talking about? I want you to build credibility, boss. Build credibility, daughter, son. I want you to build credibility. If you have a new LLC business, I want you to build credibility by having a potent, captivating, and very powerful business plan. Talk to me about that. That's what I'm talking about. Not cheap ass templates from the internet. People just downloading, just trying to waste lenders' time and waste the credit card issuers' time by submitting low quality, substandard business plan. What's up with that? No, that's good. That's really nasty. You got to stop that. If you are one of those people, you want to stop that. Okay. So when I'm talking about a powerful business plan, I'm talking about a plan that actually has a lot of important sections: an executive summary, missions, goals and objectives, background information, organizational matters, okay, marketing plan, financial plan, a balance sheet in terms of financial statements, income statement, cash flow statements. Okay. So if you have any question about this, drop us a comment below. We'll answer you. Now, let me give you a few pro tips before I actually close into this conversation, okay? I really want to make sure that you get it right. And I want you, for your next credit card application, I want you to get it right. I want you to get the high limits that you need and deserve. This is important. Now, you first need to decide which business credit card is right for you. If you're a new LLC, and you're just out there, you're just thinking about getting a business credit card, I want you to decide which one is right for you. I want you to think about, are you looking for a card with a 0% interest or APR, period? A card with no annual fee, a rewards program, a foreign transaction fee or no foreign transaction fee, an intro bonus, okay? Are you looking for a credit card or a charge card? Think about that. And then you want to check your credit score, boss. So after determining which card is right for you, I want you to check your credit score. You want to gather the necessary business credit card requirements, and you want to fill out an application. And preferably, as I said before, you want to fill out the application at a branch, okay? Do not fill out the application online, okay? This is not good for you. You want to have all the intel you need before actually filling out the application, okay? And one thing I want you to do also is that once you submit the application, be patient, because a lot of people, like, it's been 3 days and they haven't decided on my case. Well, just be patient. Okay, sometimes they have backlogs of applications, whatever, but wait for approval. Be patient, okay? And the thing here is that if you are, after 1 week, if you have not heard from the credit card issuer, then you can just give them a call or go to a branch if you live in the vicinity of a branch, okay? And you go to a branch and you actually just explain this. And I have applied for a new LLC business credit card for, it's been 7 days now, and I was just wondering if you guys have rendered a decision, okay? And so once you, and hopefully, if you get approved, you just get the card, activate it, and start using it responsibly. Of course, use your new card responsibly, because a business credit card is a great tool when it comes to building business credit. Okay, and make sure that you use the card, and make sure that you talk to the institution and ask them which credit bureau, which business credit bureau they report to. Is it Dun & Bradstreet? Is it Equifax business, or is it Experian business? This is really, really important. Thank you so much for your attention, boss. I was just talking to you today about new LLC business credit card application mistakes you got to stop making to be approved. Okay. Number one, legitimacy. Number two, understanding. Number three, requirements. Number four, your financials. Number five, your personal FICO. Number six, business plan. And number seven, last but not the least, I gave you a few pro tips to kind of help you along the way. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.